crochet this top. For materials, we have a 4mm hook and weight 4 yarn, and also some scissors. I'm going to start off by chaining the width of your neck or the collarbone, just how wide you want the top of your top to be. You can look on mine. I think I started off with around 30 chains. Once you have the amount of chains you want, then you're going to half double crochet in each chain. For the start of the next row, once you're done your first row, we're going to put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch and half double crochet down the whole row. You can see I do 1 and now I'm doing 2, and then just do a half double crochet in 1 stitch until you get to the end. Once you get to the last stitch, you're going to put 2 again. So you see I'm doing 1 and now I'm doing 2. So we're going to repeat these 2 rows, one being a regular one and one being a increase row. So you're going to do this for 8 more rows for a total of 10 rows. You're going to have 5 regular rows and 5 rows that start and end with an increase. And what it's going to do is going to start to slant the work out, the top part of the neck. Once you're done with that, we're just going to do half double crochet in each stitch for 20 rows. Just a regular half double crochet in each stitch. Now you're going to insert a hook in a corner with your border color, which I used white, and you're going to half double crochet down the side. Instead of going on top of the rows that we've been working on, you're just going to choose a corner and go down the side of the rows. Just inserting your hook in whatever's comfortable. You don't want it too far or too close. Just trying to make it as even as possible, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So I like to make a slip knot with the color and then insert the hook in chain 1 and then half double crochet down the side. Once you finish the first row, you're going to start a second row of half double crochet to make the border nice and thick, and just put a half double crochet in each of the stitches down the side. We're going to repeat 2 half double crochet rows for the other side, but I would be mindful of if you want it to look the exact same. I did not have scissors, which you can see. But you're going to be mindful because the front and the back look different, so I had to really try to line it up to find out how it would be the same sides. So either you got to crochet the opposite way down, or just trying to figure that out. But if you really don't care, then it doesn't matter. So now we have both of our sides done, and we're going to be crocheting along the top side of the border. So you're gonna go to on top of the first row that we did, not where we like the first original chain that we made in the beginning. That's where we're going to be putting these half double crochets. So it should be technically the smallest part of your top is where that's going to be. Now we have to make a second row, so just half double crochet back along each stitch that we did for the top. So depending on which side you think looks best, you're going to make a slip knot and slip stitch the yarn. So what I do is I make the slip knot and then I go into a corner, one of the top corners that we worked on, and pull the slip knot through and then start to chain. And then I like to pull the excess yarn in the back to make it nice and tight. But you're going to chain the length of the strap you want, but be mindful we're going to be crisscrossing it in the back later, so you want it to be a good length for that. I did 175. If you think that's a good number for you, you can do less or more based off of that. Once you're done that, you half double crochet in each chain. And then you're going to slip stitch it back into the border, making it look nice and straight. So since I had the outer part, I'm going to slip stitch it 1 stitch in so that it's as wide as 2 chains, so that it just lines up nice and neat. And then you're going to repeat that for the other side. Now you're going to grab your original color, the main color that you used for the body, and you're going to half double crochet from the bottom. So we're going to go to the bottom corner, right or left, doesn't really matter. And we're going to half double crochet along the white border. Since we have 30 rows the height of the body is 30 rows. I did half of that, so it's not going to line up because it's the side, but you can count 15 rows and then try to stop it around where the 15th row matches up. And then I repeat doing half double crochets for 6 rows. That's what fit best when I would just measure it up along my body. Remember, this is just one half. We're going to have another half too, but when we tie it later, it's also going to be stretched. So you don't want to make too much, and then when you tie it up, it's going to overlap each other. But you also don't want it to be too open either. So 6 rows was a good number for me. But you can see I'm counting where the 15th row is, and I kind of just loosen that stitch so that I know to go to it later. So now that you're done how thick you want it to be, you have to make an opening for the straps or a little loop for the straps to be able to pull through. So in order to do that, in the bottom, top, and middle, we're going to put a half double crochet and then just a chain one where you are going to put the loop. So you can see I just did half double crochet, chain one, skipped the stitch, and just made those 3 openings. Now we are almost done. We have the 2 back parts where we just have to weave the straps through, which will be easy because we made those loops. So I just like to put my hook in and yank that bad boy through. And you just crisscross it each time. I like to make sure that my straps aren't too twisted because that will just be annoying later. But you just go through each time crisscrossing and sewing it through. Now weave in those ends and then we are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think this top is so cute. It's actually one of my favorites. Lately I've actually been crocheting stuff I might actually wear, and that is a big thing for me. It's actually like 2 in the morning and I have to get up at 9 tomorrow to watch my brother play basketball. But instead, I just said one more row, and boom, a top came out. Until there was no more rows, and I'm gonna start something else.